Welcome back, everyone. It is Saturday, August 17th. A cold, chilly, but very humid day. Possibly some storms later this afternoon. We'll see if that happens. I think the star of the week is the Tomatillos. These are absolutely massive. This is probably about a 6x8 area, and they have covered it. I mentioned before that these are not something that I planted this year. These are all reseeded from last year on their own, and they look fantastic. Really excited about this. A lot of really great looking tomatoes. Plants look a little rough, but with the ups and downs and the temperatures and the weather and the rain and all that, that's understandable. Now we just need some warm weather for them to mature. Overall, the onions and shallots look great. These are about ready to come out. Tips are starting to go. I've got some others that probably need to be pulled this week. But overall, looking pretty good. Peppers are kind of a mixed bag of, I guess, their approaches. Got some little tiny ones that have went ahead and produced fruit, and then some that are kind of holding out. Overall, they don't look terrible. This is the other section of peppers. These look a lot better. I did lose probably about 10%. Some that were just too small and weren't that mature. But overall, I'm pretty impressed with these. I know I had said last week that I was kind of on the fence. Are the peppers a success? Are they a failure? I think the better description really is probably, what am I learning from this? You know, a garden that is technically not perfect is still going to produce. The fruits may not be gorgeous, the plants may not be perfect, but I'm still getting a lot out of it. And considering that this is not something that I'm out in all the time, it's kind of a plant it and let it go setup. So considering that, I think I'm pretty impressed overall. Definitely things that I've learned. We'll talk about those later, but overall pretty impressed with what it's done, and considering that this is 100% from seed. I didn't purchase a single plant this year. By far the nicest eggplants I've ever grown. These are from seed. And gorgeous, I don't know if they're the 8-ball or not, but absolutely gorgeous fruits on them. So I'd said in my last video, and I guess I titled my last video, Successes and Failures. And maybe that wasn't an entirely fair title. I don't consider anything that I've done this year a failure. There are certainly things that I have learned from. But I think one of the joys, at least for me in gardening, trying to be more self-sufficient, and doing that not as a full-time job by any stretch of the imagination, is that you get to learn a lot of stuff. And what you do this year is going to influence what you do next year, hopefully. What I did last year certainly has influenced decisions that I've made this year in terms of plants, in terms of methods, in terms of layout. It's a learning process, and I think that's important to remember. This is never going to be a final, figured it out scenario. There's always something to change, improve on, modify, experiment with, and so on. There's certainly an unpredictability to how we garden and to what that looks like. This is a perfect example. This is dill that I planted. Never got back here because it was a forest, and now it's 3 feet tall. These are 3 or 4 plants of Russian tarragon grown from seed. Kind of put them back here thinking they probably wouldn't do a whole lot, and similar to the beets that I neglected and turned out great, these look fantastic. And here are some peppers that are doing quite well. So, that's about it for this Saturday morning. Thanks for watching. Thanks for coming along on this crazy journey of gardening and learning with me as I go. See you on the next one.